Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Happy end to the long weekend, mate. Happy episode 10. Double figures, what a milestone.
Double figures I don't get into double figures very often, so this is the first time in a while I've seen the double figures score, but it's good to be back on this Tuesday. Usually would be Friday, but we had some mishaps, didn't we?
Well, we did, and the people let us know about it. Look, we came in on Friday, which was indeed a public holiday. Therefore, we could not access the building and we could not record what we wanted to.
We probably should have thought that through, but we didn't. But that's okay. We live and we learn, don't we?
The benefit of hindsight is always a lovely thing. But look, Chris Roberts said he wasn't mad, just disappointed.
He's just such a dad. He's such a father figure. And that's just something he would say. And I'm with him on that one.
Nick Vlahov, Sunday debrief, fuck up.
Thanks, Nick.
Lockie Byrne, low, fucking idiots. He moved on quickly though. Time to get on the piss and come to Freo with me.
He moves on quick, Lock. But good to see he's got the best of both worlds there, telling us, that just wasn't on, but then, moving it up.
Positive mindset.
Yeah.
Sahib, not think to check opening hours of the uni you study at beforehand. Sunday ruined. He probably has a point.
He does have a point. We probably should have done that, but again,
benefit of hindsight.
Yep.
Kane Fisher, he just wants us to make amends. 2 potties in 1 week, get one out midweek and another one for Sunday.
Again, a possibility, but it's hard. We've got to get a good amount of content for both days. I know we're never short on content here.
No, of course not.
But when you get your week and a half's worth of stuff sent in, it gets to be a good app for sure.
100%. So we'll make sure this one is well and truly worth it. Anyway, if you're listening on Spotify, you might not have noticed, but we have a new look in the studio today. What's going on top of your skull?
It was just time, mate. It was very well timed. The time was there and needed, and it just had to go.
Yeah.
Had to go. No, it's not something completely different, but it's different from what people usually see me with.
Of course. It sent shockwaves through the community, really.
As it should.
As one of the most recognisable and distinguished members of the Western Australia community. So we wanted to know what the people thought. Alex described it as criminal. Response to that?
Look, I mean, a response is a response. Again, doesn't really affect me in that way. I mean, I've been given my fair share of, content from this haircut and my previous haircuts. So look, it's just hair on the head at the end of the day, and I'll take any feedback with consideration.
Well, there's plenty of it.
Yeah.
Nick Vlahov says, looks like an antelope, but still fit. I wasn't going to say antelope was the first word to come to mind when I saw your fresh trim.
I wouldn't even know what an antelope really looks like in my mind if I'm looking straight for it, but I'll take it though.
Lockie, he's back.
Yep.
Heard from his missus, she's missing her handlebars. Is that true?
It has been going around, yeah. Look, has to be done. Hair always grows back unless I've got the old bad hair genes or the creatine stuff's true with the hair loss, but
the handlebars will be back.
The handlebars they'll always come back. They'll always be a part of me. Yeah, so they'll be back for sure.
Now, I don't even care what he says. I'm just glad to see his name. The King of Clarkson was here.
And he chirped up for the haircut. That's good to see.
The King said, mate, call the gardener and tell him he didn't do the edging right. Just kidding, mate. Look, fair enough. I think I was doing a different kind of edging when you first sent me the photo of your haircut, mate. I think it's one of the most exciting things I've ever seen.
I don't know where King of Clarkson gets his hair done by the looks of this comment. Might be Jim's mowing. Jim's mowing a call, but no, I'm liking the look so far, and it's definitely made me shed a few kegs.
Jana, it's a thumbs up from the previous one.
Thanks.
Is that a positive or a negative
Look,
comment?
it's a bit of a backhanded one, but I'll take it. I'll take it. A thumbs up. All I'm looking at is thumbs up.
Yep.
And we're in the present now, not from in the past. So yeah, thumbs up for now, which is good.
Yep. And the note, great Nick Fitzgerald, or at Chili Eater as he is on Instagram. He just said stylish.
And that's the best one because it comes from the best family.
What?
So look at that, and the best comment as well. So thanks for
A
that.
family
Nick.
that has a history of good haircuts.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Chili Eater knows what a good haircut looks like.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's the one I'm going to be taking most consideration to. Then.
Yeah. Now, last week, who sent it? Was it Liam Silsby? I think he sent through.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock question to the system. Came out of nowhere, really, but
It's a bit deep.
But we liked it. We really did.
And you said, you know what? Throw it to the audience. What have they had to say? What would be their death row meal?
Okay, so starting off with Alex, he has said minge.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
it's quite. It's one of the boys' favourite meals.
Yeah, yep.
You know, if you can't stereotype, but I'd imagine that would be up there on many blokes' lists of death row meal.
He's just been the one to say it.
He's just saying what's on everyone's
Yep.
mind. So yeah, good on you, Alex.
All right, back up to Nick Fitzgerald here. He said a nice spicy burrito. I don't mind that.
Don't mind that at all.
What do you think? Do you reckon that's a from like a Zambies or like a?
I think he'd make it himself.
Make it himself. That's a good call.
He has every right to.
Yeah, 100%. Sahib back as always. He said zinger box, add popcorn chicken and extra wings plus supercharged
Of course
sauce.
he would, the fat fuck.
He sounds
He
like
wants
he's had that
everything.
order plenty of times. He knows what to get.
Oh, forget the macros. That's
Yeah. Sahib's gone around the drive-through. They just go, yep, the regular, mate. Sahib goes, yep, mate.
just like us at the Rolling Pavilion, mate, ordering our coffees.
Yeah, that's it. Just go. You just give them the head nod. They're like, yeah, boys, be out in a sec.
Familiar name.
Josh Bruce, 10 cheesies from the Belridge canteen. Now, it's a great call. You know, I mean, it's a cheap option. You know, money's not going to really be a factor when you're on death row.
Yeah.
But for $1, the cheesies, they get you up and about. And the old 10 cheesy challenge we had at Belridge to finish 10 cheesies in a sitting at recess or lunch. I don't think was ever completed. Very, very hard. You get through the first couple, but then just the dry bread. It's very hard. You need something to wash it down.
But for just a tenner, it's a good value challenge.
Oh, 100%.
And it fills you up.
Very good. Probably the best thing to come out of Belridge. You got the cheesies and you got Coop Connolly. Two best things to come out of Belridge.
Yeah.
That's it. Nick Vlahov, Mummy's lasagna.
Yeah, typical mummy's boy.
Yep.
His mum does everything for him, that bloke.
Well, it sounds like we might need to. He hasn't invited us over for a lasagna night, which I think is a bit rough.
But that family will welcome us in any day. It is one of the most welcoming households in all of society. So I think we rock up this evening and ask for mummy's lasagna.
That sounds like a good call. All right, Jenna, it says mum's mac and cheese and a good chicken palmy. I love a good chicken
Both
palmy.
of them. Both of them at the same time.
Both.
Bit greedy.
Maybe a palmy, and then instead of like the chips, you got the mac and cheese around it. Maybe.
Oh, I rate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind that
No,
at
good,
all.
great, cool.
On to Zach. Classic steak saga.
Oh, Sanger, yeah.
Sanger.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Typo. I was going to say, what is a steak saga?
What is a saga?
Steak sanger, yeah. I mean,
Can't-
typical pub feed,
Can't
isn't it?
complain
It's just going to be nice. Josh Larkin has said cake. Not any specific cake, just cake.
Probably just chocolate cake.
Probably just chocolate cake. I mean, it could be the Frodo Frog cake, or it could be an ice cream cake,
Or he could be teaming up with Alex.
or it could be teaming up with Alex. It could be a different type of cake. Who knows? There's with these, there's not enough context to. There's so many possibilities with this cake, so that we just don't know. And last but not least, Vivek has said chicken burger. So yeah.
That's an outstanding variety. I mean, classic pub feeds, lasagnas, palmies, sangers, chicken burgers.
Very much all pub feed related, which we all love. The pub feeds always fill you up, and since cost isn't a matter, I think it's definitely one for the popularity.
Now, a few general questions, as always. Tegan has asked one that I personally am completely unqualified to comment on. Thoughts on Margot Robbie not being nominated for an Oscar for Barbie, but Ryan Gosling did? I never saw the movie.
I saw the movie.
What are your thoughts on this?
Tell you what, absolute bombshell. Shockwaves. I woke up and saw this news and I was like, oh my goodness, I have to probably write a report on Reddit or something like that because just to get my frustration out. Yeah. But yeah, look, honestly, I don't really have any thoughts on this whatsoever.
I don't know how it's nominated.
Yeah, well, I know the I'm Just Ken nominated as the song, but I think Margot Robbie sung a couple of songs as well. So they must have, Ken must have just got the heads up there. And it was all I've been seeing is that it's just typical because the Barbie movie was like around like the blokes just like ruling the world, and then like so they've basically done the same thing. So like let's just say in a form where we can both understand like these two people have both hit tons.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they both. Yeah,
but one of them has been given man of the match, and their name has been written on the plaque, and the other person's just been left in the dust. Yeah.
Look, I mean, me and Margot are a bit like that. So I did send her a message when I saw the news.
Oh, okay.
Not to upset Livy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that could cause a bit of riot with
friction.
Livy.
Oh, look. But me and Livy's relationship is that strong. It doesn't the trust is there. So I just chucked Margot a quick message and said, look, if you want to catch up for dinner sometime soon, then talk through it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure she needs someone to, burst out.
She hasn't got back to me, but I think she's just processing the news.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway, good on Ryan Gosling. He must have done well. So great work.
Great work, Ryan.
Anonymous says, I'd like to stay anonymous, but what the actual fuck was Impreza at 60/60? I didn't make an appearance.
Neither did I, unfortunately. But at least someone did.
At least
at least one person rocked up to the event. Like here, sometimes no one listens.
That's true.
So
like, Big Mont is already doing better than us.
Yeah.
He got people to his event.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we've actually had 3 events and no one's come already. So people don't even know we've actually had 3 events, but no one's rocked up.
Yeah, of course.
But good on Big Mont though. But Impreza. Don't really know, but must have not have been on there. No.
So Fitz, run us through the police incident we encountered at Neil Hawkins Park.
Okay. Bit of a run in.
Yeah, this would have been a good maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And myself, the great Sahib and the great Nicholas Vlahov, I can't remember what we were doing. Might have got dinner or something. Went for the old drive, went for the old walk down at Neil Hawkins Park, Joondalup. And we heard some bit of a racket coming from the toilet block, public toilet block. We walked back to the car, kind of opened the windows but locked the doors because there was quite the raucous happening in that building. And we were trying to start listening closer, and in summary, it sounded like someone was getting harmed or was at risk of getting harmed. Oh. We're like, oh boy, we're gonna have to do something about this because there's not really many other people around. So look, got on the phone to the old coppers. Yep. Obviously, I'm a wanted person.
Yeah, you had to keep anonymous.
Yeah, correct.
Who's reporting this? Phone and Rich Gerald.
Yeah, precisely right. So they didn't catch on to my multiple wanted orders, which is good.
That's fine. Yep.
No arrest warrants were kind of suspected. But no, we got the police down. We're like, oh yeah, look, in that building, we're a bit worried. It sounded like a male was being quite aggressive, and then we heard, it sounded like there were 2 different voices. But anyway, they walk in. Obviously, by this point we're very curious, so we want to kind of see what unfolds.
Yep.
And then they walk out with just the one bloke, and we kind of asked, and they were like, oh look, it's just one guy. He's a bit of a troubled member of society. He's having a bit of a tough time, but apparently they were actually after him for something else. Oh. So,
there you are.
Don't know what for.
Where's your reward?
We could have put it forward, but then I would have had to put my real name forward, and then they would have got,
True.
Completed the arrest warrant. But no, don't know what happened from there, but
Did the right thing in the end.
I think so, because we thought someone was in danger. I suppose he was probably a danger to himself, and hopefully he's getting the help that he needs now.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I somewhat forgot about that, so I hope well remembered. Few odd questions on the Google Forms, as per.
Yep. The Google Forms are always getting the best out of people. So, Anonymous has said, what's the best compliment you've ever given a dog? It's a tough one, because dogs do get a lot of compliments when you think about it.
They do. Which is funny, considering they probably don't understand them.
No, they probably don't. But, usually the intent is there.
Yeah. I don't know. Good boy.
Good boy's a good one.
Yep.
Good boy, good girl. Good dog.
Good dog. Yeah, good dog.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't even call my dog by their name. I just say dog.
Mm.
Come here, dog. Right, so like someone something. Come here, human. I don't know. It's just fitting. It's just fitting.
Yeah.
Not sure. That's a tough one.
What's the best compliment you've ever given a dog, Anonymous? I'd love to know.
We might need some inspiration on that. Yeah.
Need some more creativity other than good dog. Anonymous. Following on from last week's question about catching feelings for a close mate of the opposite gender, what happens if it's with the boys and it isn't the opposite gender? Is it normal to want to try new things? Of course it is, mate.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, it's again each to their own. I mean, no one's here to judge, and then if someone judges you, then they're not a real friend.
They're not. So,
that's it. So,
however, to be fair, it would cause a bit more complications if it's a mate, and then like how you meant to how you want to flip that curveball on them.
That's the difficult one. That's the difficult part of it. But yeah, it's tough to start those conversations.
Yes.
But I think once it's up in the air, I don't think there can be much harm done.
No.
Hopefully not.
Worth a try.
Yeah, it is always worth a try.
Go for it. This is
Toby Gamble. Okay, so he said, why the fuck is it okay to piss in the pool, but it's not okay to stand outside the pool and piss into it?
I've heard this one on, I think it's a massive podcast. I think it's called We Mean Well. We Mean Well podcast. And someone sent a voice message of this question in. It's a good question.
It's a good question and probably one of the hardest hitting ones we've ever gotten.
Yes. From memory, when that other potty answered it, they did raise the concerns. If it is a public pool and you stand outside of it,
time and place,
and you just whip it out, then I mean, indecent exposure certainly becomes a prominent issue.
Yep.
Whereas if you're in the pool, then
it can't be seen. The only thing that could possibly be seen is like maybe a yellow ring around you.
But if you're staying hydrated as you should,
if you stay hydrated, that would not be an issue. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one because I think we've all done it. It's not the outside one, but the inside of the pool. I don't know. I think it's just like it's weird when you already need to go to the toilet, and then like as soon as like it's water on water, and then it flushes.
Yeah, it's like a natural.
It's like a natural spring. So I don't think sometimes it's natural, but like if you're like forcing it out just for the sake of it,
it's probably unnecessary.
A bit unnecessary.
If it's like a hobby, it's like a.
Or like you go to the toilet before you go in the pool, and then you go in the toilet and you just squeeze as hard as you can to try and that's when it starts to get concerning.
Right.
But
I don't know, Toby, why this isn't. Is he suggesting we should normalise pissing into pools?
Maybe you can be the one to test that one out.
Okay. I'll try. I'll go on rather than a pub crawl, I'll go on a pool crawl to every public swimming pool. Yeah. And see how different people respond.
Yeah, that's a good one. 100%.
Excellent. Now, a few longer form stories sent in today.
Good ones too.
This one from Armadou, he titled it "My Exceptional Tuesday Morning." Now, whether this is exceptional or not is up to interpretation.
There's a bit to unpack.
But I'll tell it and we can decide. One blazing Tuesday morning, I was woken up by mum at 7 a.m. To my surprise, I woke up to 2 police officers in my room. Is that familiar?
Familiar to me? Or,
Yeah.
Can't say it is.
That's good.
Familiar to you?
Never.
Never? Okay.
Apparently, according to them, I was being charged with fraud for selling a false phone to somebody on Facebook. The police took me to my theatre room to broadly question about the crime. As any black man in the 21st century, I answered the questions truthfully. In brackets, I didn't. Okay, well, Almada, you've said that, not me, so no one can clip that.
Now the police have come back to his house after listening to the podcast.
They then searched my room to see if I had more false phones I planned on selling. They took all my devices, including my PS5. What really shocked me, however, was that I had a bag with a little bit of the devil's lettuce. I watched the officer pick it up and place it down. I never felt that amount of fear ever in my life. Luckily, they didn't notice, or else there would be another black fugitive in prison. Armadou. In brackets, typical.
He's doing this to himself.
Because he's allowed to say this
he is.
as self-deprecating humour.
Yes. Yeah.
But now I'm reading this.
We're not promoting this
No.
as a white male. Well, this has been stopped. We've been good the past couple of weeks with none of this coming up, but now, yeah.
Anywho, they took my mum and me to the station for questioning, as allegedly the money used to purchase the false phone was sent to my mum's account. I kid you not, I spent 5 hours in the most claustrophobic holding cell, couldn't fit my big ass on the bench to have a nap. Anywho, crashed on the brick bench till I was pulled for questioning. Mind you, in this interview is when I figure out that my brother was the culprit. Now, my brother looks identical to me and has a similar name, Mamadou, but has dreadlocks too. When they asked if I had recently shaved my hair off, I figured it was him. My brother not only single-handedly ruined my morning by having me snort in a holding cell, but still gets compared to me in looks. I walked out of the interview room pissed as can be while my brothers walked past me to the interview room. The investigator then asked if I could be his adult supervisor as my brother is too young to be interviewed. My brother spent the whole time answering no comment as he didn't want to get in trouble. To mine and his surprise, they then hold up CCTV footage of my brother walking into the place he sold the phone. His face completely dropped. He now owes the buyer $1,100 for the selling of the fake phone. Luckily, he got off with a juvenile caution rather than a charge. Anyway, how was your Tuesday morning?
Bit better than that, I think.
Certainly better than that, Armadou.
Boy, oh boy. It's not... First of all, wouldn't your heart just sink? You wake up and then you just see 2 police officers at the end of your bed. You'll be thinking it's a dream.
Yeah. You get when you first wake up, you're in that little hazy period.
Yeah.
You're like, what's real and what's not? And he's thinking, have I woken up or am I about to wake up?
Mm.
And unfortunately for him, it was real.
At least it all got sorted out in the end with probably the minimum charge that could happen.
Mm. Now, at the end, because he says he got off with a juvenile caution rather than a charge, but does he still owe the 1.1 thousand?
I'd say so.
Yeah. It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
A lot of money consuming. I don't know how old he is exactly, but he's obviously he's under 18, and 1.1k for a sub 18. That's hefty. It's a hefty bit of money.
I probably haven't earned 1.1k in my life.
No, it's absolutely not.
No, definitely not.
This will be like paying off a mortgage.
Yeah, it would probably take us. We're probably in the negatives off this.
Yeah.
So it would take us at least, we would definitely be dead, and then our ancestors would take over, and then probably at least a century's time would probably make around.
Probably 3 generations.
Yeah. We'd get there in the end for sure. Yeah.
But look, excellent story, Armadou.
Great.
Well
story.
written as well.
Great story.
I mean, a few unnecessary parts there, which hopefully won't get the podcast in trouble.
No, but again, Amadou said it not.
You
did say it as well.
But Amadou wrote it, and our job is to read.
Yes.
So Armadou's job was to write.
You did well at skipping some other.
I did skip some parts.
A
Yeah.
certain word that
I
we're
did have
also
to
not
alter some language
to
that
say.
Armadou used.
A great story.
This one is a bit
the
shorter and sharper.
So Yubsy, another feature as per usual. He said, lads, on a Friday night, I may or may not have hooked up with one of my high school teachers at Bar 1.
Oh, Yubsy.
Yubsy. Boy, oh boy, getting... Yeah, that's a different one. That's a different one. I think we need maybe some more... If there was any other witnesses there, obviously the... He's said his name. He hasn't remained anonymous or anything, so... Yubsy, I don't think there's not much to say there. But
I mean, to be, he's not the one who would get in trouble for that. Not that either of them would now, but like you know, it's fair play to him.
He's not still in school.
No, he's not.
Old Yubsy, and it could just be. Imagine if that was just not even an old high school teacher. And that's just the normal person at their age. It's just
a person.
It's just a person at the end of the day.
Could be frowned upon. Could be frowned upon.
Could be.
But it's not legally binding. Yubsy again.
Yubsy again. I'll take you through this one because
please do. You've got a bit more context here.
A bit more context here. It is. Is there much to the story? Not really. We did have a read for this before, but Yubsy's written in again. It's something that's been coming up for years on end now, days on end after the 2022-2023 Wastica Colts T20 Grand Final, Western Suburbs and North Beach Korean Cricket Club. So Western Suburbs scraped through for the win in the last over by the barest of margins against North Beach Korean Cricket Club. It was a sad day to be a NBCCC member. Lockie Dargy wins man of the match for his 29 off 47. How's that? The dotting up as well. The amount of dots we bowled
in
there.
A T20,
T20. Lockie Dargy did get him over the line though. He was run out for less, but we'll just move on past that. Okay, yeah, bit of controversy. Yeah, we did need the DRS there. The North Beach Korean captain, Angus Clausen, proposes that he comes and joins us next season. As he said, that is very much a possibility. As usual, we're scouting the best players to join the team. Around 2 weeks or so later, Lockie Dargy pulls up to the restaurant I used to wait at in Hillary's Boat Harbour, and I'm waiting on his table with him, his girlfriend, and his family. I wait on their table, like usual, and doing so, I inquire whether Dargy will be joining North Beach Korean Cricket Club the following cricket season.
A formal inquiry.
It turns to an awkward, uncomfortable silence for a bit, and then he responds unconfidently with a, yeah, maybe, mate, we'll just have to see. As it turns out, Dargy was too committed to Western Suburbs. In brackets, a good result looking back on his last two dismissals in his top grade match against Applecross. You must watch the replays on My Cricket.
We did watch one of them.
Just
the left one onto off stump.
Yep, been there. First innings, he's walked out. Oh, and now Yubsy has described the innings. We've gotten a bit ahead of ourselves. So first innings, he's walked out there and left one a middle, gone for a goal. In the second innings, he's managed to make it to double digits, but then misses a near waist high fully and gets his pegs ripped out once again. Look, it's gone from a wholesome story to now Yubsy just ripping into Lockie Dargy. So it would be interesting to see if they were played, if Yubsy was then to bowl at Lockie Dargy to see how that matchup would go.
That would be yes. This is now a public rivalry.
Yes.
That has been much like Ryan Hammond versus the Ocean Ridge Football Club.
Yeah, at least this one's a 1v1, not a 1v200. But
so will there be a chance that North Beach and Western Suburbs play each other in the near future?
Well, let's just say we would have been playing them, but we lost our quarterfinal.
Stiff.
Yeah, a bit stiff. But look, you live and you learn again, and we'll be back. We'll be back next year for sure. We're always thereabouts for the old Colties.
Thanks for that, Yubs. As always.
Thanks, Yubsy.
Strong contributor. A couple of voice messages. One of the best times of the show.
Nice.
And our man, Aaron.
Voice message via email.
Aaron B, who is, not discovered the full extent of new technology, decides to send his voice message through email. Fair enough. It still works. Let's have a listen.
Got a question for you, lads. So, the good old, how much would a guy have to pay to sleep with you? But is it worse if it's someone you know, or if it's just some rando? Give us your opinion.
Now, if Aaron didn't have a, I don't know, 257 million horsepower engine running in the background, I might have actually been able to hear that question.
I missed the first bit. We might have to replay that.
If we listen to the first bit again with the context that he ends up asking if it's okay if it's someone you know or if it's a random.
If it's better with a random or someone you know.
Got a question for you, lads. So, the good old, how much would a guy have to pay to sleep with you? But is it worse if it's someone you know or if it's just some rando? Give us your opinion.
I can hear sleep with you. Something a guy to sleep with you. All right,
I heard, one more time, I heard pay as well.
Pay, I did hear pay.
So maybe they're... Okay, we need to hear this again. I can't...
Got a question for you, lads. So, the good old, how much would a guy have to pay to sleep with you? But is it worse if it's someone you know or if it's just some rando?
Something a guy to sleep with you. Something pay something a guy.
It was just that first word. I think it started with a H.
I heard Hammersley, but I'm guessing not.
I don't know. But let's just say I heard paying with a guy to sleep with you. That's what I heard.
Oh, is it? Oh, mate, I don't know. Is it could it be to do with if it's like a more than two people kind of event, a private bedroom event, and there's a guy? If there's also a guy, say that's two guys, one girl kind of thing? Is it worse if the bloke is a random or if it's someone you know?
Okay,
which is a genuine question, which I have heard before.
Is that what we've got out of it? Where's the paying? I swear I heard pay as well. All right, let's just go with what you've said. There we go.
But please
send that in again,
Please
Aaron.
send that in again with clarification. But that is a genuine question that I, have heard before. Is if that's something you.
So we'll go off that. So is it better to be a random or someone you know? Okay.
So yes, put it into context. I don't know. You've organised a 3-way bedroom event.
Bible session.
Yes, Bible reading session. You are a straight male. You are attracted to the lady, but not to the male, but you're going to participate in this. Is it worse if it's your mate or if it's just a random bloke?
Probably a random, I reckon.
You think it's worse?
No, better.
You'd rather,
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
Fuck. Like if it's your best mate, does that mean you're comfortable enough, or does that make it terrible?
You would have to feel a bit of a. There would have to be a bit of an inner connection there between you and your mate as well. I reckon not in that sort of way, but just within a. This is. I don't know how to explain it.
Like a level of trust.
Like a level of like, this is not going to be weird as fuck after.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's a real toughie.
That's a toughie. That might not even be the question.
It might not be, but it's a good question regardless. And then, I think
it's got to be a random, surely.
Probably.
To be better. Because imagine like
you couldn't see your mate the same, could you?
No, you couldn't. You couldn't.
Unless you do just have this like carefree kind of connection where you go,
I don't know. That's tough. It's a strange one. It's a strange one.
I don't know. Make it easy. Make the decision easier. Take the bloke out. Make it 2 girls instead. Anyway, other voice message from Kane Fisher, which I'm pretty sure he actually sent this last week. We forgot about it, and then he said, "Don't forget this time, boys." So sorry about that, Kane. But let's listen.
Just listening to the most recent episode of the Sunday Debrief, and I think you boys should give the fans what the fuck they want. And the fans fans want to have Big Mon on the fucking show. So sort it out. Get big old fucking Mon. Get him on the show. Let's hear the man speak.
That's a fair call.
I love that.
I love it. And surprise, no Big Mont entry this week.
No, there wasn't actually.
wasn't?
That's fair. Maybe he's still recovering from his,
Yeah, it would be.
event hangover. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Whether he wants to come on and show his face, or just through a phone call.
Yeah, 100%. Because we might not want to share his identity.
Correct.
Because he is the Big Mont.
I think it would cause too much public craze.
Oh yeah.
Because if people, then it'll get recognised. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. He would be like, he would walk out of fear, and even the lecturers in the uni would be like, "Oh my god, what is Big Mont doing at our uni? He's going
to wreak havoc.
He's going to drink all the beers in the uni pub." So we'll definitely have to give Big Mont a message, and we'll sort that out for you, Kane.
Okay, so we got some quick fires. We got some ones from Friday, which obviously we didn't end up recording. Yeah, been through that one. Jackson Sharp.
This is directed at you.
Yeah, it is. How was your sleep in, dickhead? Yeah, look, fair call, Jackson. On a Friday, I was meant to see Jackson and the great Keith at Quinns Beach at 6:30 before driving down to see you from 8:30. And when I woke up, the clock already said 8:30. Yeah. So we found ourselves in a bit of strife there.
Yeah, sort of went through that similar thing today.
And
so,
how was your sleeping, dickhead?
Yeah, it was it was good, nice little sleeping. It was just that one of the times, you're thinking I had to be here for 8:30. Probably was going to get up, just before 8. I was like, you know what, the internal alarm clock will do me well here, and I will not need one. And woken up, and it is I don't even know what time it was. I think probably 8:30.
8:45. I was running late as well, to be fair. But
usual. Yeah, but got there within quick stat at the end. So all well and good.
Yeah. No point dwelling on these kind of things,
no,
Jackson.
Not at all. Okay, so Nick has said, would you be freaked out if someone tickled your feet at night? Yeah, probably. I would be a little bit freaked out. Like there has been a time where it was like a nightmare. There was just a time, probably for a good week, where there was just spiders everywhere in my house. And I thought I was like seeing things. I was having nightmares about spiders to start with. And then next thing I know, I was, what was I doing? I think I was just like chilling on the couch, like having something to eat. And then next thing I know, I go to grab something. And then there's a spider on my wrist. I'm like, okay, that's a bit fucked up. And the next thing, a couple of nights later, I literally wake up from a nightmare about spiders. And then there is a spider on my blanket. Was not good. And I can imagine if something was tickling my feet, I'd think it would be a spider. And then I wake up and it's a human.
Well, then, what's worse then? A spider or a human?
Probably a random human if it was in my house tickling my feet. I'll take the spider any day.
It would probably be Nick.
Yeah, okay. Unless this, my only friend, there was only I don't know. There'll be a lot of questions to be asked. And yeah, especially
I would rather wake up to 2 police officers in my room than someone.
Yeah, I would.
All right, Sahib, I swear he's asked this before. How do you like your eggs cooked? Yep, still scrambled, mate, as I said 2 weeks ago.
I am a scrambled guy. I've been getting on the poached lately. Yeah, poached eggs on toast with a little bit of salt and pepper. Always go well.
My culinary skills don't go as extensive as being able to poach eggs, nor fry them. So I've got to stick to the easy one.
Yeah, when they don't usually come out that well.
Yeah.
But it's the content that's inside, not the look of the egg. So it all goes down well. Nick Fitz has come up again. Should studios be open on public holidays? Yes,
of course they should be. Chili eater.
I mean, you've set the tone of this episode, and it. Well, I mean, they should have made an exception. We thought they were going to make an exception for us. We did. We tried our best. Tried waffling to a lady we've never met in some office. We thought it was looking good, but then old security just said no. Thought we were gonna rob the place or something. It's like, come on, guys, we're celebrities out here in the Curtin campus. You should know who we are by now.
And then a few from this week. Kane Fisher has gone again with the better be 2 potties this week.
Again, something we need to work out.
Something
we need to work out. It could very well be a good thing. Or we could even have the normal potty, then record maybe like a short little something. But we'll figure that out. Still early in the works.
No guarantees, Kano.
That works. All right. Next, Jackson Sharp has said, any poor decisions on the weekend fits?
Never. In fact, only good decisions, Jackson. Wasn't even a decision, just pure skill and talent. Beer pong tournament on Friday.
Yeah.
So, 2 brackets. Winners bracket ends up into a knockout with the other group. Losers bracket has to play off to avoid losing. The losing forfeit was a nudie run down the street while finishing a warm Great Northern can, which had been sitting on the roof for the entirety of the competition. Not something you really want to do for your own dignity.
Not at all.
Or well-being. Anyway, myself and Daniel Mann find ourselves in the losing grand final against Jackson Sharp and Jack from the Great Refrigeration Company. And it gets down to 1 cup each, 1v1. Whoever loses is about to do this nudie run. Jackson and Jack, they hit their last cup. This could be it. Me and Daniel look at each other like, oh, mate, just, Daniel goes for his redemption, misses. It's all down to me. This could be.
What would be more pressure? Sinking that shot, you had the chance to, or Dom Sheed's shot in the grand final?
Oh, by far the beer pong tournament.
Yeah.
Dom Sheed, who the fuck is Dom Sheed?
Yeah, I thought that would be
No one was watching that grand final,
No.
whereas this beer pong tournament, there was maybe like 15 people watching this shot, which is, more than 5 times our audience.
Yeah.
So this is the most eyes I've ever had on me.
Oh, yeah.
I say that because, they're shouting from the other end. They're like, oh, look, boys, you might as well get your cocks out already. I'm, oh, really, they're probably right. Like, this is going to be bad. So I staunch up. I unbuckle the belt. I'm like, all right, put it halfway down, shoot, bang, hit, redemption, game on again.
Bang, bang.
Couple rounds later, bang, clutch, hit the winner. Redemption, not from their side.
That's probably is as good as winning the whole thing, I reckon.
It honestly gave me more of it. The cash prize was like $250 to be fair, but still, to get to that moment of despair and to come back from it and to see those boys' faces as they realise their fate, I'll never experience any thrill like it again.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely agree.
And
quick shot question. One left. I think this is directed at you again. What happened to you on my boat, mate? Didn't see you once.
Oh, I did, Ryan. It's from Ryan, mate. I saw everyone on the boat. It was a great time. It was a fantastic time.
Yeah.
As I said to you, because went from Barrack Street, went down the river.
Yep.
I saw our holy grail, the rowing pavilion where we get our coffees.
Oh yeah.
Seeing it from that different angle, I've just felt. I went. It was full circle. This was a time where I wasn't really capable of pulling out my phone to send you a video, but the intention was there.
Yeah, the intention was there, and it's a great place.
So
Pavilion.
There you go, Ryan. That's why I didn't see you, because I was too busy being mesmerised.
Yeah.
By the scenery.
Found out they close on 11 p.m. at weeknights as well, which is a nice little info.
Might work on that.
They might work on that for sure. And obviously, because we did miss the Friday publications, Triple J weekend, and we did have some thoughts on the top 100 and the top song. Did Paint the Town Red deserve the top song? Could there be better options?
Well. Did it deserve it? Probably, because it's a democracy. Fair enough. If people are complaining, but it's a vote at the end of the day. So you can't, if the majority of people vote for it, then, it does deserve to win. Personally, I'd rather have seen someone else win it. I would have rather seen an Australian win it.
Yeah.
Now, the only Paint the Town Red that should have won the Triple J Hottest 100 is this one on TikTok from a bloke called Tommy, mate. And he is singing an acoustic version in his Australian accent, and this is way better than the original. Have a listen to this.
Yeah, bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to me head. I don't care. I paint the town red.
How good's that?
That's
it. Sounds like
insane.
Sticky Fingers.
Yeah, it should be the make a version for for next year for the countdown for sure. Tommy. And this honestly rings a bell because Tom, he's getting famous now. That's 200K views. Local boy from Australia, could possibly be from Perth because on Sunday night I did get a phone call.
As you normally do, though. Your phone's up hot pot.
This was at 9 o'clock on a Sunday. You know, about to jump in the shower, try to wash off my lovely pizza smell at Domino's, which I usually would not want to wash off because that smell is just delish. But anyway, get a phone call from a random 04 number. I was like, okay, here we are. It's not someone trying to scam me, at least trying to get my credit card details from me, and it's a lady saying, hey, I got your number from your friend at Metro's last night. I was like, oh, yep, I wasn't at Metro's last night. And I don't think any of my friends were at Metro's last night. She goes, oh, no, are you sure? I was like, yeah, who are you looking for? She goes, Tom. I'm like, obviously this is before I've seen the TikTok, so now I know who she was looking for. It must have been this man right here. Tom, with this, getting before he's famous with this song, which is fair enough.
Invest early.
Yeah, investing. And I go, unfortunately, I think you've been stitched up because I am not Tom. And she was not happy. She was spewing. She was going, no, I can't believe that happened. I was like, yeah, well,
unlucky
things
champ.
happen. Go get the number yourself instead of going through a friend. And then you end up with my number. How unfortunate.
Did you then say, look, don't worry, I'm not Tom, but I am Regan from the Sunday Debrief podcast?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. She was...
that would have made her day.
I'm sure it was. I think she would have probably hung up straight away. She was like, what the heck? Yeah, no, she was... she wasn't very happy, and she was probably in a 20... She probably might have even been still drunk. She was in like a 15-second no, just screaming no. I'm like, okay, this is probably my time to go. Unfortunate, hang up, unlucky scenario to get. But
now we found Tom.
But now we did find Tom. So all
did you get her name on the phone?
It was either Cara or Clara.
Okay,
I think it was one of those.
Cara or Clara.
We found
hit up Tom.
What was his thing? Tom mate.
Tommy mate.
Tommy mate on TikTok.
Yeah, there you go.
I found him.
All right. And before we wrap up, just a quick one. New segment to be coming up, because now you guys send us some outrageous stuff, some stuff that almost beggars belief, some stuff that we sit here and go, is this even true, or is someone making up pure waffle?
Yeah.
So we thought we'd make a segment.
Yes, that's it. Facts or waffle. It's going to be called. And not the waffle as in similar to a pancake. Waffle as in
Yap.
Made
up.
Japanese. We're very fluent in it because we like to yap for, 49 minutes and 18 seconds now. So, and apparently you guys, me, you, my mum, and my girlfriend, that's four people I know that listen, listening to 49 minutes.
And Kane Fisher, clearly.
And Kane Fisher.
And Aaron.
And Aaron. So
that's good.
At least 6.
Good.
Which is good. So we hopefully some...
And
some
Chili
more
Eater,
people,
7.
And Chili Eater, 7. There you go. So hopefully some more people like to waffle with us, and because we're going to introduce facts or waffle.
Correct. So here's the concept. You submit your story into this, list it as, okay, this is for the fact or waffle segment. So it could be true, and it could be an outrageous true story, or you could just make something up completely.
Yeah.
Don't tell us what it is at first. We'll read it out. We'll discuss it. Is this true? Is this false? We'll put it out to the public. You can vote. Is this fact or is this pure waffle? And then the following episode, send us in again, follow up, and tell us, was this true? Was this false? And we'll see if we got it right.
It's a great concept, and I reckon it'll do really, really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Or maybe it won't. Maybe we're waffling.
Yeah, maybe we're just waffling about absolutely nothing, and this podcast is going to get us nowhere. But look, onwards and upwards. Again, I mean, you live and you do learn, and I think we're always just going to be on the way up, no matter what the stats say, no matter if we're going down in views every episode, no matter if we're getting later and later for our coffee meetups. The content is still there, I think.
It's still there. And we're having fun, and that's the main thing.
That's it.
So
That's it.
we might be making one person's day, and that's great.
That is fantastic.
Amazing.
Yep.
Look, I think someone's trying to get into the studio right now, so we
Yes.
better stop yapping.
We better
but
stop.
it's been a pleasure as always, mate. Never a chore, always a pleasure.
Yep. Never would have thought we got to episode 10.
Double figures.
That's crazy.
Raise the bat.
And
Haven't been
it's,
cancelled yet until
no.
Armadou's story, so this will be the 10th and the final episode.
Yeah. So onwards and upwards from here. I'm really excited to see what 2024 brings, and we've got some stuff in the works.
Massive stuff in the works. All right. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.
See you later.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go.